So now we are live.
Yeah.
So good morning, everyone. Good morning, all the audience around the world and all the audience out here. Welcome, Sandip Soparrkar. Uh, please come online.
Thank you.
Namaste. And here he is international choreographer, and Sonal will say a few words in your introduction, and then we will proceed with the talk. And today's topic is dance forms and spirituality. So, Sonal, please.
Thank you, ma'am. So, good morning, everyone. And here we are with another session of Maven Sunday Celeb. And like ma'am has already introduced, well, for me, it is an honor, not just because he has represented our nation on an international level. He has made us all proud globally. So, of course, it is uh, it is an honor and it is very thrilling for me that I'll be hosting and introducing him. And of course, there is a personal connect because I have always been connected with dance and it is like another love for me. So, the session is thrilling and exciting. And like I mentioned, so it is already clear that he is a dancer. He's an international, national and international. He has represented India internationally as well. He's a Bollywood choreographer. He is an RJ. He is a dance reality judge. Again, I will say nationally and internationally. He has also become a philanthropist with the Dance for a Cause initiative, which is a worldwide cause where he uses dance, music, and drama for social. And obviously, it is a very proud thing for all of us because there are so many achievements and awards that he has received. There is a long list. If I'll go for it, of course we'll have the whole session will go with it. In fact, I realize maybe second or third part will also go only with the achievement part, whether you talk about the national achievement award, national excellent award that he has received from government of India. He is the only dancer choreographer with a postage stamp of his picture and the logo of Dance for Cause, issued by government of Bhutan. He has also received Rabindranath Tagore Social Achievement Award. And like I said, if I'll go with the achievements and awards, the whole session will go with it. So let's hear with the man himself. And I welcome you, sir, Mr. Sandip Soparrkar.
Thank you so much, Sonal. So sweet of you to say what you did. And I'm humbled. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So first thing is there any particular moment or time that you remember when you felt the connect with dance? And when is the time when you realize that you want to pursue it as a career and profession?
So it was in my mid-20s when I felt that dance was just more than, having women in your arms and going at parties with a drink in your hand. Like normally what people do when we do any kind of couple dances or ballroom dances. So I felt in my mid-20s that this has more connect to oneself.
Yeah.
Dance जो है वो अपने आप को अपने से जोड़ता है.
Right.
दूसरों से जोड़ता तो definitely है साथ में, socially, sometimes professionally also. But जब तक डांस का अपने साथ में कनेक्ट ना हो, तब तक उस डांस कुछ में कुछ महत्व नहीं है. And I'm glad कि मुझे mid-20s में realize हुआ. Normally लोगों को जाकर के late 40s, 50s में उसका एहसास होता है. I think I'm thankful to God कि इतनी जल्दी मुझे एहसास हुआ और मैंने उस पे ध्यान दिया and I could take it ahead as well.
And when so in your mid-20s only you realize that you want to take it professionally, you want to pursue
Yeah. Actually, what happened is initially, like I was doing my training in ballet dancing when I was young, from almost age 5, 6 till about age 11, 12. Then 12 साल की उम्र में, all these boys, all of us, we want to dance with pretty girls, how it happens, the normal change that happens to all boys. So I enrolled into a ballroom dance class because that dance class allowed me to be with lots of young people and, of my age group and start going out and things like that. 18, 20, 21, 22, all that was happening. And then one day while dancing with multiple partners, I just got lost into my own dance. I wasn't thinking of leading my partner. I was not thinking of what steps I'm doing. I was just I was in another world, and I can't explain that situation that happened to me, and it happened to me at a nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just came back home, and I was in a trance. I don't drink, I don't smoke, so it wasn't a high of some some daru ka high nahi tha. So I was wondering what was this high all about. I couldn't sleep that whole night, and next day morning when I went for my dance class, I just thought to myself that high was of dance. And that high was of me connecting with my own self. I was not interested who was the woman with me that night. I was only interested in doing that dance for my own self and for my own body and for my own liking and my own steps. And that is when I said to myself that I want to take up dance more seriously. I want to take up dance more professionally, probably train myself furthermore so that I can make better use of it for myself and not keep it frivolously going for like a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm. How beautiful. So, like we all know that you are a Latin and ballroom dancer. Mhm. I mean, that is the form that you, of course. So, ballroom dance people are having an idea. When we talk about Latin, it is mostly people only know about salsa. So, can you just help us, like, what all are the forms that you cover? What are the forms that comes under the Latin dance form?
So firstly, ballroom dancing has got 10 different styles of dances,
Mm-hmm.
and that has two different categories.
Right.
First category is a standard ballroom, which is also called as ballroom dances,
Mm-hmm.
where we have waltz, Viennese waltz, foxtrot, quickstep, and tango, which are more classic dances. Classic, I mean to say, that they're considered to be classical Western dances, though Latin American also classical dance, but they're comparatively newer dances. The classic ones are little older dances. And then we have the Latin American category, where we have rumba, not ramba, rumba, samba, cha-cha-cha, jive, and paso doble. These are the 5 Latin American dances. Then we have Latin American folk dances, like the salsa, merengue, bachata, rueda, son, danzong. There are many more dances which are Latin American folk dances. But in our country, especially when I began taking classes here almost 25 years back, people thought man, woman holding hand is salsa.
Salsa, yeah.
It's like when I was learning my dance in Germany, people asked me, oh, aap India se ho? You must be knowing Bhangra. Because when we as Indians know that in India there is a lot more than just Bhangra. But as abroad in European and American culture, people, when you say India, Bhangra is what comes to their mind. And now when you say India, what comes to their mind is Dandiya and Garba. So I think it's just a question of a dance getting popular and people think that is the only dance form. So people in India still believe that everything you do is salsa when a man, woman come together. But because you study it more, we realize that there is a lot more difference between one dance to the other dance. Maybe छोटा difference होगा, but difference है. जैसे हमारे देश में अलग अलग टाइप के क्लासिकल डांस फॉर्म्स हैं. हर डांस भरतनाट्यम कथक नहीं है.
Right.
So same way international dance forms में भी अलग अलग प्रकार की विधियां हैं. उनको समझना जानना जो है वो हम पे निर्भर करता है. ऐसे यही है कि थोड़ा अवेयरनेस कम है तो we all just think that it is salsa.
Any particular reason for going for Latin dance form? Like, is it like you felt while going for your classes or something that this is what I feel the connect? Yeah, this was there in your mind कि मुझे Latin. I mean, or you tried other forms and you felt the connect with this.
No, from ballet I directly moved to ballroom dancing, and in ballroom I did everything from classic ones to Latin American dances. And यही फर्क रहा कि शुरुआत में तो definitely, like I said, it was to dance with beautiful girls. But later on when I started to study dance, जब उसकी पढ़ाई करनी शुरू की, कॉलेज में गया, डांस के कॉलेज में जाके पढ़ाई करनी शुरू की, not just practically but even as an education part of it, the history part of it, musicality part of it, costuming part of it, उसकी पूरी पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती है कॉलेज में जाकर के. डांस थेरेपी के बारे में पढ़ाई की. When you start to learn all this, you realize the depth of your dance form. उस डांस की कितनी गरिमा है उसका आपको एहसास तभी होता है जब उसको पढ़ते हैं. ऊपर से करने से जो आपको पता चलता है वो अलग होता है, पढ़ने से अलग होता है. And I realized that how ballroom dancing, Latin American dancing were related to human relationships.
How sweet.
हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, शादी करते हैं जब हम लोग, तो आपने क्या खाया, क्या पहना, या किसको बुलाया, हनीमून पे कहाँ गए, ये सब हमें याद रहता है। पर हमें ये याद नहीं रहता हमने अपने वो 7 वचन क्या लिए थे। शादी तो वो 7 वचनों के लिए होती है ना, तो वो 7 वचन हम भूल जाते हैं, या 7 vows जिसको हम बोलते हैं इन क्रिश्चियनिटी, या 7 फेरे जिसको हम बोलते हैं हिंदुइज्म में। वी दैट इज बॉलरूम डांसिंग, दैट इज लैटिन अमेरिकन डांसिंग। क्योंकि बॉलरूम डांसिंग में, लैटिन अमेरिकन डांसिंग में 7 ऐसे बेसिक पोस्चर्स हैं जो एक एक वेडिंग के वाव के साथ में उनका रिलेशन है। इसीलिए जब कपल की नई नई शादी होती है, उनको कहा जाता है कि आप सबसे पहला फर्स्ट डांस साथ में करते हैं। कैथोलिक वेडिंग अगर आप अटेंड करती हैं तो कभी आपको पता चलेगा कि पहला डांस जो होता है वो कपल पहला डांस करता है। क्योंकि आप चर्च में अगर शादी करते हैं, तो शादी करके जब आप वापस फ्लोर पे आते हैं, फ्लोर इज लाइक सोसाइटी, डांस फ्लोर इज लाइक द लाइफ। आपको जिंदगी में हर बार उन बच्चों को याद रखना है, तभी वो शादी का महत्व होता है। तो आप उनको कैसे याद रखेंगे? डांस करके, ताकि हर बार जब आप डांस फ्लोर पे जाएं, and mostly all of us party once a week, once in 2 weeks, once a month, some people party every day also. So अगर आप जितना पार्टी करेंगे, आप अपने बच्चों को नहीं भूलेंगे।
How beautiful.
क्योंकि आप वो हर एक पोस्चर लेंगे अपने हर एक डांस में। So these are certain things जो हम लोग शायद उनका हमें एहसास भी नहीं होता।
Exactly.
हम डांस फ्लोर पे जाते हैं और लड़कियों को घुमाते हैं, बाहों में बाहें डाल के डांस करते हैं, पर उसका महत्व क्या है वो हम कभी सोचते ही नहीं है। एंड आई थिंक बॉलरूम डांसिंग जो है, लैटिन अमेरिकन डांसिंग जो है, उसने मुझे ये सिखाया, और जितना मैंने सीखा उतना मुझे मेरे डांस से और प्यार हो गया, और इतना प्यार है कि अभी तक मेरा लव अफेयर चल रहा है उसके साथ में।
That is such a beautiful answer I can think of, sir, because I really can understand, like, a musician relates to the music from the soul. So I can seriously see that जब आप बात कर रहे हैं कि वो actually मोहब्बत है आपको डांस से, I can really, only a person who is in love with, like you said, you are already in affair with the dance form, can explain it so beautifully, and I will say with the soul and spiritually. और शायद इसी वजह से that dance for a cause came to the people and to that stage, that I've even learned that, you use it for the social issues, that whatever, you want to. And even if I'm not wrong, for the people who are visibly not able to, there, so how that came to your mind to come with a dance form for them?
Actually what happened is that Dance for a Cause was something which I began in 2008. और उसकी शुरुआत भी अजीब तरीके से हुई। एक बार मैं घर में वैसे बैठा था और मेरे पेरेंट्स आए हुए थे, पूना रहते हैं, यहाँ पे आए थे कुछ दिन यहाँ मेरे साथ बिताने के लिए। एंड मदर सेड वेरी नाइस थिंग टू मी, तुम डांस कर रहे हो, ठीक है, एक्सपेंसिव गाड़ी में घूम रहे हो, कॉर्पोरेट शो, फिल्मों में कोरियोग्राफी चल रही है, सब अच्छा चल रहा है, घर वर सब अच्छा रखा है, बच्चे हैं, सब कुछ है, पर आखिर तुम अपने डांस को, उसका एक्चुअल यूज क्या है? यही ऐसे सब पार्टीज में डांस करना, स्टेज पे जाकर के लाइटों में चमकी चमकी कपड़े पहन के नाचना, इज दैट व्हाट यू आर लुकिंग फॉर? दैट वाज अ क्वेश्चन टू मी एंड आई डिडंट हैव एन आंसर टू गिव हर, because we all do things to earn money,
right?
Yeah, but somewhere you have to also think about the people around you. And तुम्हारे आर्ट फॉर्म को, उन्होंने एक बात कही, तुम्हारे आर्ट फॉर्म को इज्जत तभी मिलेगी जब उसका भलाई के लिए उपयोग होगा। Your art will get its recognition only if it's used in the right manner.
Right.
So what's your goal in life? And that is when I thought to myself that what she's saying is so true. I have what I need, touch wood, I have what I wanted in life. But where am I giving back? And that is when in 2008, my ex-wife and me, we began this initiative called Dance for a Cause. And Sonal, you will not believe, uski shuruaat humne one of the biggest dance platforms में की, biggest world platforms में की, at the World Economic Forum in Davos in Switzerland, जहाँ पे बड़े बड़े राजनीतिक लोग आए थे, पॉलिटिकल के साथ साथ बिजनेस के लोग आए थे। I had Bill Clinton sitting in front of me watching my show. I had Nicolas Sarkozy sitting and watching my show. and we did the first cause was Save the Tiger, which is our national animal, and how few hundreds of them are left in the world, and how we should take care of our own things around us. And इतना बड़ा global platform किसी भी dancer को, किसी भी dance के cause को कभी नहीं मिला था. And it was only because I would thank late Mrs. Parmeshwar Godrej for suggesting my name for this particular event. And I was completely amazed when I saw such big political parties, leaders, and corporate people watching this show, and cause was such a beautiful one. और उसके बाद से लेकर के हर साल we pick up different causes, sometimes even 2 causes in a year, and we perform dance for a cause all over the world, be it America, be it Singapore, be it London, be it Dubai, be it everywhere. I have gone with dance for a cause, performing almost to 94 countries. And it just feels wonderful. Now we have support of United Nations also with us. उनका हमें सहयोग मिलता है. We get funding from them. They also send us to some places. And Government of India recognized us with National Excellence Award. We had National Achievement Award was given to me. The Bhutan government issued a stamp to us. Rabindranath Tagore Puruskar came to us. Like Nelson Mandela Award came to us. So many of them. It only happened because of Dance for a Cause. And that one night, when my mother said, "Tum kya karne wale ho apne dance ke saath mein aage ja karke?"
I see, that's such a beautiful thing, sir. And like, I seriously feel that everyone is blessed with some or the other thing. किसी के पास पैसा है, किसी के पास power है, artists जो हैं उनके पास art है, जो I mean, but who is the one who actually thinks of getting that path? कि finally आपको वो direction मिला to go to that path, to think of this is I feel that's a blessing. वो awareness ही that particular day when your mom spoke to you, वो एक जो दिन होता है is the day I feel जब बोलते हैं ना इबादत का दिन होता है. So I really can understand this. And when we are talking about spirituality, I'm sure Nupur ma'am must be having by now n number of questions to talk about how like I can feel, like I said, it is like you can connect that, it's coming from your soul. So ma'am, I'm sure you must be having n number of questions, or to discuss things about spirituality and dance. And in fact, even I am, when I read the topic in the caption that dance and spirituality, I'm still getting goosebumps. लोगों को ऐसा लगता है, like sir said, कि डांस मतलब क्या है, वो 2 लोग हाथ पकड़ के डांस कर रहे हैं, या स्टेज पे अगर आप कर रहे हैं तो हाँ अच्छे कपड़े पहन के रेडी होकर बस वहां जाना. But I would really like to know, because I respect my field like anything. So ये जो आगे का session होगा, I'm sure it is gonna be a learning thing for me as well. So ma'am, please, if you, I'm sure I can see that on your face, you are excited to ask questions about it.
Okay, thank you so much, Sonal, and thank you, Sandeep, for being with us.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for asking me to join you. It's my privilege.
So really, it's an honor for us also, for Mavin team also, and for the world also, that we are going to ask. I'm going to ask you some few questions which touches your soul. Okay, so पहली चीज मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि आप जब डांस करते हैं तो आपको क्या एहसास होता है? What do you feel from inside? Like you are connecting to cosmos, you are connecting to God, or the one whom you believe in. आप किससे कनेक्ट करके डांस करते हो?
एक मैं आपको कहानी बताता हूँ. मैं एक शो कर रहा था और उसके लिए हमने कम से कम 6 हफ्ते रिहर्सल की होगी. छोटा डांस ड्रामा था ऑन लाइफ ऑफ क्यूपिड, ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी पे बेस्ड था. और मैं शो कर रहा हूँ एंड शो खत्म हुआ है. मेरी वाइफ ने मुझसे पूछा कि तुम बीच के शो में कहाँ थे? बिकॉज एक ऐसा मोमेंट आया मैम जब आई डोंट रिमेम्बर मैंने शो पे क्या किया. कुछ अबाउट 1 घंटे का शो था, कुछ अबाउट 15 मिनट के लिए वो बीच में, मुझे आज तक याद नहीं मैंने उसमें क्या किया. एंड मैंने मुझसे पूछा, डिड आई गो रॉन्ग इन माय कोरियोग्राफी? कुछ मैंने अलग किया? सो शी सेड, नहीं, तुम मेरे साथ में थे ही नहीं. तुम्हारी आंखों में मैं देख रही थी और तुम कहीं और थे. एंड एट दैट मोमेंट आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई saw myself dance. और मैंने नजरिया क्या देखा कि मैं एक बालकनी में बैठा हूँ और मैं नीचे डांस हो रहा है और मैं अपने आप को डांस करता हुआ देख रहा हूँ.
Wow.
Like, and I'm sitting आराम से and I'm watching, पूरा शो मेरे सामने चल रहा है. For 10-15 मिनट I saw myself dance. So I think ऐसे मौके मुझे बहुत बार नहीं मिले हैं, but I hope मुझे मिले ऐसे मौके बार बार, because I think that feeling is completely overwhelming. One does not know कि आप कहाँ पहुंच गए जिंदगी में. You know, लोग दारू पीते हैं, लोग ड्रग्स लेते हैं to feel that high of life.
Right.
वो दिमाग में ऐसा मदहोश होके आप घूम रहे हैं, वो जो फीलिंग आती है लोगों को by taking drugs and by taking drinks. I think I have the biggest drug of my life with me. I don't need any of these drugs, because जब मैं फ्लोर पे डांस करना शुरू करता हूँ, मैं अलग नशा चढ़ जाता है मुझे. And I'm glad मुझे इस चीज का नशा है और किसी और चीज का नशा नहीं है.
नशा नहीं है. That's so beautiful.
That's so good. ये नशा जो है, ये जितने भी योगी हैं और जितने भी स्पिरिचुअल प्रैक्टिसेस करते हैं, हीलर्स हैं और साधक हैं, उन सबको यही नशा होता है, जिसमें कि आप अपने आप को भूल जाते हो और उसमें लीन हो जाते हो. तो जिस समय आपने वो डांस के टाइम पे आप लीन हो गए, आप उस समय ईश्वर से कनेक्ट हो गए और ये सुप्रीम बीम से कनेक्ट हो गए. तो मैं another question is related to this. Do you believe in anything supreme जो कि आपको हमेशा पुश करता रहता है? जब आपने उस मोमेंट को फील किया, you felt that you are up there and you are watching down. We say it's a astral travel or remote viewing. So आपको उस मोमेंट पे वो डिवाइन फील लगी या नहीं?
I think मुझे वो डिवाइन फील हर बार लगती है. मैं एक और डांस फॉर्म प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ, सिखाता नहीं हूँ, अपने लिए खुद के लिए प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ. It's called तन्नुरा. It's an Egyptian like Sufi whirling. And as soon as I start doing my first spin, I am going into transcend into another world completely. I think dance एक ऐसा माध्यम है जिसे हम लोग पूजा करते हैं, भगवान के मंदिर जाते हैं, आरती की थाली लेते हैं या भजन गाते हैं या घंटी बजाते हैं, जो भी फूल अर्पण करते हैं. These are our ways of giving our love and affection and our devotion to the Almighty, or to the supreme power that we believe exists. I think to me, when I step on the dance floor, that is my offering. My dance is my body is my temple. That is why I take care of my temple. I exercise, I diet, I take care of my. हम किस तरह से अपने मंदिर को साफ रखते हैं, उसी तरह से मैं मेरे बॉडी को एज अ टेम्पल मान के साफ रखता हूँ, और अपने बॉडी के थ्रू, अपने डांस के थ्रू, अपने टेम्पल के थ्रू मैं ऑफरिंग देता हूँ टू something that I believe has given me this gift of dance. जो मुझे तोहफा मिला है, शायद आज है कल ना रहे, या you never know, कुछ हो जाए and I can't dance. I hope it doesn't happen. But ये मुझे तोहफा मिला है, मुझे उस तोहफे को बार बार धन्यवाद देना है. And I think that's my medium. I am not proud of my gift. I am humbled that I have this gift, because मुझे इस बात का भी एहसास है कि कभी भी ये तोहफा मुझसे छीना जा सकता है अगर मैंने उसका ध्यान नहीं रखा और उसको सही जगह पे इस्तेमाल नहीं किया, उसको उपयोग नहीं किया.
That's so good, and that's so divine feeling that you have in yourself, and what we say that you are blessed one. अब हम इस पे बात करते हैं कि यहाँ पे हमारे इंडिया में बहुत सारे ऐसे डांस फॉर्म्स हैं जो मंदिर में परफॉर्म किए जाते हैं, और क्योंकि आपने बोला कि भाई मैं जो हूँ डिवाइन से कनेक्ट हो जाता हूँ जब मैं डांस करता हूँ, तो जब मंदिर में परफॉर्म करते हैं लोग, तो वो भी डांस के द्वारा उससे कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं. They connect to the divine over there in the temple. Now, you have performed in many, I think so, old buildings, old palaces, and not in a temple. I have no idea whether you have performed in a temple.
Yeah, I performed at the Ayappa temple as well.
Oh wow! So, आपको क्या feel हुआ? How you felt when you were dancing in the temple?
To be honest, ma'am, to me, every place is the same. Okay. I wouldn't call a dancing a temple different to dancing on a stage. Because for we artists, I'm sure Sonal will also agree with me, our stage is our temple.
Absolutely.
So yes, it's a beautiful feeling to be having. Like when I remember I was dancing at the Ayappa temple, everybody was, first time a Western dance was being performed at an Ayappa temple, and we were speaking the story of Shiva Parvati through Western dancing. So people were quite amazed कि किस तरह से आपने Western dance को क्यों लेकर के आए हैं आप लोग. जो भी people having different things to say about it. But to me as an artist, it was a beautiful feeling to be, talking about a story of one of the gods in one of those interesting, beautiful places. Yeah, जब हम लोगों ने हम्पी पे at the Hampi उत्सव dance किया, right outside Virupaksha temple, we were telling a story of Tulsi through Western dancing. So I think it just the feeling is beautiful because the circumstances, surroundings are very divine. But as an artist, चाहे मैं एक award show के मंच पे रहूं या एक मंदिर के बाहर के आंगन में रहूं, they both are similar feeling for me because, like I said, it is my offering. Before I go up on stage, I pray and I always say that I'm trying to portray this character or I'm trying to portray this particular emotion. Come into me and it is your story I'm telling through me. So it's not me anymore. Man, I've given up. It's not me. It's you. So you come into me and do whatever you want to do. And if it goes well, good. If it doesn't go well, it's all that you have done. So I think that 5 minutes prayer makes me find every place same.
अभी मैं आपको एक बहुत अनयूजुअल सा क्वेश्चन पूछूंगी. हम एक सुंदरबंस में एक ट्राइब है जो कि वन देवी की पूजा करते हैं.
Okay.
तो वन देवी की पूजा इसलिए करते हैं कि वो उनको जंगली जानवर से और जो भी नेगेटिव फोर्सेस है उनसे प्रोटेक्ट करके रखें. तो जब वो वन देवी की पूजा करते हैं तो वो एक डांस परफॉर्म करते हैं. ठीक है. और उसमें आई हैव सीन दैट डांस. वो जब वो मेन कैरेक्टर डांस करता है उसके अंदर वाकई में वन देवी आ जाती है. ठीक है. So did you feel anything like this? Because this is very much there in India. हर जगह पे ये लोग इस तरह का जो डांस करते हैं, फोक डांस करते हैं, उसमें प्रेयर के साथ जो करते हैं उसमें उनके अंदर ये डिवाइन प्रेजेंस होता है. Did you feel anything like this when you were performing, or did you feel, because I have seen you dancing on folk tunes also, so उसमें जब आप ऐसे जगह पे जाते हैं तब आपको क्या ऐसा लगा कि मेरे अंदर वो डिवाइन ने प्रवेश किया और मैंने परफॉर्म किया?
It happened to me recently in the month of January. I was shooting for this one film, and it happened to me while shooting, So I was doing this movie called Kari Haida Kari Ajja. It's a Karnataka film in Kannada, and it's a character of this tribal god called Guliga Deva, and they had painted me fully red with this long black hair and painted face, and I was doing this tribal dance of Guliga, for which I rehearsed for almost like a month, and it was a short 2.5 minute music piece. और हम लोग उसको रात को 3 बजे शूट कर रहे थे. They had something called as like इतनी बड़ी rings होती हैं, golden rings होती हैं. They're very heavy, almost 7.5 kilos, and you shake those rings and you call for the divine.
Okay.
And we were doing this whole thing, and I'm shooting, shaking, and I'm doing my dance. And director ने कब cut बोला, I do not know. I kept on shaking. Then one spot came and held my hand and said, "Sir, cut ho gaya." And I just gave the rings to him, and I just walked off on the other side. I do not know what happened to me. I didn't even hear the cut. And according to the director, I was just shaking that ring for almost minutes to go. And they were like, "What's happened to him?" Then they said, "Roll karo phir se, chalo karne do." Like they kept rolling. Then they said, "Cut." Again, I didn't cut. They kept rolling. It was just happening. So I think I personally believe it was my calling out to him. And probably it reached a position where it was connection, and somebody came and stopped me because they held my hand. That's why the connection broke.
Yes.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, that was really amazing. पर क्या आपको वो फील हुआ कि मेरे अंदर कुछ आया?
Yeah, I felt that energy because as soon as somebody held my hand, it just
went
it
up.
just fell. The whole
Yeah.
power. Imagine 7.5 kgs on each side. I'm shaking and I'm shaking. It's not easy to shake. I'm sure even if I'm exercising, still it's like almost holding 7.5 kgs ka dumbbell on each side and shaking it like this, not just holding and doing a bicep curl with it and shaking it vigorously. And upar niche everywhere and going on for minutes to come. It cannot happen to a normal person. It has to only happen if there's a divine energy helping you do it.
Yes, I agree with you because I've seen many tribals doing this, and even in one of the forests in Mudamalai, they perform in a season. They perform a kind of ritual where they will pierce their body. Of course, it is not. It is banned in India. They will pierce their body and they will be hanging like air. And when you bring them down, they won't know that they were hanging in the air like that, just with the strings, you know.
I remember going to this one festival in Israel where they did a dance called Nastanari, where they walk on fire.
Yes.
On hot coal.
Yes.
Yeah, they walk and they dance around it, and it's called Nastanari's dance form. And I also experienced that. I didn't do it though, but I watched people do it, and it was absolutely from another world.
Yeah, it is done here in Tamil Nadu also in some tribal belt, and it is they pray first. They have the temple. They have the particular season of festival, and that time they will take the earth, and on that earth there will be coal. वो कोयला जला करके पूरा वो जलता हुआ कोला होता है, and they will pray and they will walk past it. I've seen it happening, and their feet will be all clear.
Yeah.
That time
there is no burn
there are
mark.
no burns.
Oh my God.
There are no burns. Even in Nastanari, there are no burn marks.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's done. Like it's a connect. Yeah, that's what the mystery is.
Yeah, that
and
time
everybody can't do it, huh? Everybody does not do it. It's only just few blessed ones who experience it.
Yeah, but you have to have that faith in you. So if you are dancing in front of God and you have that faith, you can walk on the coal, on the burning coal. And this is a really amazing thing. And I feel you should try it. When you are dancing, walk on coal, your feet will never burn. So you are the blessed one, and you go into the trance. That is what we call it. You go into the trance when you are dancing. Okay.
Yeah.
You are dancing, you go into the trance, and then you walk anywhere. You will not feel. And now also, I feel that you never get tired when you are dancing. Is it true?
Absolutely. I think dance takes away my tiredness. If I'm tired of other things in life, I dance.
Yeah, that's what. Because your brain is tuned to this way, and you go into a trance because you are the blessed one. You are. जैसे आपने कहा कि मेरा body temple है और मेरी dance मेरी पूजा है. So God is coming to you and blessing you so that you can dance and release all your tension, all your stress, and all your body pains or whatever pains you are going through. Does it happen with you?
All the time. All the time. I can dance for 10 hours a day and not feel tired. But if you tell me to go and do other things for 10 hours a day, I'll be exhausted.
Another thing.
तो ऐसा भी काफी बार हुआ है कि मैंने दूसरा कुछ काम कर रहा हूँ and मैंने उस दिन डांस नहीं किया and I'm very very tired, so I come back home and dance for myself even for 10 minutes and my tiredness is gone.
Wow, that's so great. So मैं दूसरा point भी एक पूछना चाहूंगी. How do you define dance as a therapy?
Dance, I think, is something which, if you keep doing regularly, it will unleash you and unveil your personality. That is the real essence of dance when it comes to is therapeutic point of view. हम समझ नहीं पाते हैं किस तरह से डांस हमें बदलाव लाता है. और वो बदलाव ऐसा है जो हमें होता है, हमें उसका एहसास नहीं होता, वो हमें एहसास दिलाता है चीजों का, क्योंकि वी स्टार्ट टू कनेक्ट विद आवर ओन सेल्फ व्हेन वी टेल पीपल कि अपने आप एक आपको हाथ एक पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन में रखना है, या अपने चेहरे को एक पोजीशन में रखना है, या एक ठहराव जो होता है बॉडी में वो लाना है. सो दैट इज अवेयरनेस ऑफ वन सेल्फ. बहुत बार हम ऐसा जीवन जीते हैं कि हम अपने आप के अंदर झांकते ही नहीं हैं. जब मेडिटेशन इंसान करता है योगा में, तो हम आंख बंद करके अंदर झांकते हैं, अपने अंदर झांकते हैं, अपने दिमाग को शांत करते हैं, अपने इमोशंस को लेवल करते हैं. डांस भी वही चीज करता है. एंड आई वुड बीइंग अ डांसर, आई वुड से इनफैक्ट और बेहतर तरीके से करता है. और आपके दूसरों के साथ जोड़ करके भी करता है. आप अकेले भी नहीं रहते हैं लोग, आप साथ में मिल करके करते हैं. सो आई थिंक दीज आर समथिंग व्हिच वर्क्स एज थेरेपी. जब भी आप अपने आप को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो अब वो थेरेपी ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाती है. जहां पे हम लोग उसको केवल बाहरी तौर से देखते हैं, देन डजंट वर्क एज थेरेपी. सो जो तीसरी आंख बोलते हैं हमारी जो होती है, वी ऑल हैव द थर्ड आई, वी जस्ट हैव टू डिस्कवर द थर्ड आई. तो क्या वो थर्ड आई से आप अंदर देख रहे हैं, या वो थर्ड आई से आप बाहर देख रहे हैं, वो आप पे निर्भर करता है. और अगर आप वो थर्ड आई से अंदर देखेंगे, तो इट विल बिकम अ थेरेपी फॉर यू. एंड अगर आप बाहर देखेंगे, तो यू विल बी एनीवे, दो तो देख रहे हैं बाहर, तीसरे से बाहर देखेंगे, then it will disturb you so much more. So I think it's very important कि कहीं ना कहीं पे हम डांस को एक ऐसा माध्यम बनाएं जिससे हम अपने आप को समझने की कोशिश करें. तो जब अपने आप को आप समझेंगे डांस के जरिए, डांस के माध्यम से, it will definitely become a therapy. It will heal you in so many different ways. You will not even realize it. टेंशन होती है, स्ट्रेस होता है लाइफ में, आपके इमोशंस ऊपर नीचे होते हैं, आपका करियर ऊपर नीचे होता है, फाइनेंसेस ऊपर नीचे होते हैं. अभी कोविड काल में कितने लोगों को कितने मेंटल स्ट्रेस प्रॉब्लम्स हुए थे. पर अगर आप आर्ट फॉर्म को, चाहे वो म्यूजिक हो, डांसिंग हो, पेंटिंग हो, गार्डनिंग हो, सिंगिंग हो, अगर उसको आप अपनाते हैं, तो आप अपने आप के साथ समय बिताते हैं. जो वो व्यतीत किया हुआ समय जो अपने साथ में होता है, वो आपको थेरेपी बनता है. दैट इज व्हाई पीपल ऑलवेज से spend some time with your own self.
Right.
Yeah, you must spend time with your family, with your friends, socially, whatever. But you must also take out time to spend with your own self. And dance जो है आपको अपने साथ समय बिताने में मदद करता है.
Wow, that's so great.
So beautifully answered. My God.
अच्छा, अब मैं आपसे एक और क्वेश्चन पूछती हूँ. आपने कहा थर्ड आई ओपन हो जाती है, and third eye means your intuition is, improved and it is developed, and it is, you feel next high. What do you say? You have to say about it, about opening the third eye, whether you have that third eye open, you have the strong intuition, you have the different kind of perception when you are dancing, or if you are into a certain situation.
But I think dance firstly helped me to discover my third eye. And then opening it and closing it is something which is, I think, a lifelong process. We all have to dance. It's like an ocean of things. I wouldn't say I have learned it. I would say I'm still a student trying to achieve it. But yes, I have discovered my third eye. I will not say no about it at all. I've discovered my own self. I've discovered what I like, what I don't like, my emotions, my feelings. And dance has helped me do that. It has given me the confidence to understand and discover my own self. अभी उसको किस तरफ जोड़ना है, किस तरफ उसका खोलना है कि बंद करना है, like we were talking about the eye, whether to open or to close it. I think
it's already open.
I think it's a process one has to do all our life. And we cannot say that we have reached a certain position, because none of us will ever reach a certain position. It's a lifelong journey, and dance is by your side all throughout. Like I remember I was talking to late Sitara Devi ji once, and she said a wonderful thing to me. She said, Sandeep, एक बात का ध्यान रखना कि आपका सब लोग साथ छोड़ देंगे. आपके माँ बाप छोड़ देंगे, आपके दोस्त भाई छोड़ देंगे, आपके बच्चे चले जाएंगे छोड़ करके आपको, आपके बीवी बच्चे जो भी है आपके आसपास के लोग, सब आपको छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, पर एक चीज आपको नहीं छोड़ेगी, वो है आपकी कला। जब तक आप हैं तब तक आपके साथ आपकी कला जुड़ी हुई है, तो उस कला को संभाल के रखिएगा। So I think that was a beautiful few words from the legendary dancer who we call the Queen of Kathak, and how it's so truly said. क्योंकि यही जो है, यही आपकी आंख है, कला जो है वो आपकी आंख है, वो आपको अंदर भी दिखाएगी, बाहर भी दिखाएगी। अभी आपकी मर्जी है, आप उसको कितना खोलें, कितना बंद करें।
Wow, that was so beautiful.
Second sentence में goosebumps आ रहे हैं. I mean, trust me, I am getting emotional. I am getting involved. मुझे literally हर थोड़ी देर में यूं करना पड़ता है. It is so beautiful to know all these, and especially you are talking out of your experience, but I can feel it. मैम, मुझे अभी एक feeling आई, how we just forget that हम शिव जी को पूछते हैं and he is नटराज. So I'm emotional हो गई. So we talk about dance. I mean, हम spirituality की बात कर रहे हैं. Whether you talk about religious people or so, the same thing happens with me. I never booze or smoke. But जब मैं डांस करती हूँ, मुझे देखकर किसी को भी ऐसा लगता होगा ये out है. So when you are talking about it, and actually people say de-stress and all that, it is not de-stress. I don't see who's around me. It is just that when I dance, I am like, okay, it is only Sonal. So when we were talking about all these things, मैंने बोला कि spirituality की बात होगी, मैम के पास बहुत questions होंगे, and suddenly I realized कि yes, see, we worship Nataraj. So dance form is worship anytime. My God. Okay, please carry on. I'm so sorry for the interruption.
आपने शिवा को, अभी सोनल ने बोला शिवा के बारे में, शिवा is the supreme dancer. How do you say about him? Did you feel that you have experienced that dance form, you have done that dance form, practiced that dance form or not?
Well, I have done my PhD in world mythology, so I believe in every mythology there is a dancing god. It's not just the Nataraj, because I think we need to accept every culture, and because I do international dance forms, I have studied international culture, and I realize in every dance form, in every mythology, there is a dance god.
Yes.
So हर type की civilization में, चाहे वो Egyptian हो, Japanese हो, Aztec हो, Greek हो, Roman हो, हर mythology में उनके खुद के, हर किसी के अपने अपने एक dancing देवता हैं. Yes, हमारे देश में as Hindu mythology, which is a very, very old sahitya as well, and our literature, we say that Nataraj is the god of dance, and I'm privileged to say that I have been doing a dance, the Tandav of Lord Shiva, along with Himaji for her shows called Ganga, where she plays Ganga and I play her Shiva, because the story is from Ganga point of view, so it's Ganga as Shiva. And I did learn that dance form for some time, but I will definitely add and say that I'm not a master of it, because I learned it for a particular show, and there is a long way to go. But yes, doing something so spiritual, you need to have the respect for that particular form. At the same time, you have to have respect for the particular thought process that went into making you that particular concept that we have had. So yes, sometimes we make fun of the whole thing when we are dancing, but on the rehearsal floor is different. But जब हम उसको costume पहन के मंच पे आते हैं, तो उसका जो feeling है, उसको respect करना बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है. So if I'm wearing I've seen so many times some dancers who are wearing these godly clothes, and then they are standing and they are smoking, or they are standing and they are eating, or they're doing all of those things, which I don't believe in. Because I think if you're giving a respect to a particular form, you must maintain the dignity of that form. उसकी जो गरिमा है, उसको आपको रखना चाहिए. You must not step into certain zones. तो ये चीजें जो है मैं उसको appreciate नहीं करता. I remember once I went for one shooting. एक mythology serial की shooting चल रही थी. Sonal, you know what I'm talking about. Mythology serial की shooting चल रही थी. वहाँ पे मैं गया तो सब लोग भगवान के कपड़े पहन कर smoking कर रहे थे या मोबाइल फोन में लगे थे. So I think I just didn't feel nice about it. Maybe because I love my art so much that for me, if I'm into it, I will control myself in certain things. But I also understand कि shooting आप 10-10 घंटे करते हैं, 12-12 घंटे करते हैं, रोज करते हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं पे importance of it is lost. But I just hope it's the respect is given.
That's so beautiful explanation of spirituality and dance and different forms of dance and different gods that they are associated with dance. Each dance internationally, of course, globe हमारा एक मंदिर है और उसमें बहुत सारे डांस फॉर्म्स हैं और उसमें बहुत सारे डांस फॉर्म के साथ गॉड्स भी जुड़े हुए हैं या वी कैन से स्पिरिचुअल बीइंग्स जुड़े हुए हैं जो कि हमें गाइड करते हैं और हमें वो स्टेप्स सिखाते हैं उनके ही द्वारा ये बनाया गया है ये पूरा मंच। अब अलग अलग देशों में अलग अलग तरह के डांस फॉर्म्स हैं, अलग अलग गॉड्स हैं। कई बार आपने पुराने बिल्डिंग्स में या पुराने चर्चेस में या कहीं ऐसी जगह पे आपने कभी परफॉर्म किया, then how did you feel about it?
Sometimes one feels scary, huh? Sometimes one feels scary.
Yes, that's what I'm asking you.
Because you feel that there is something somewhere and you don't know what it is. किसी चीज का एहसास आपको होता है, कुछ है आपके चारों तरफ. It's not a भूत, not a.
No.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling, but it's a scary feeling because you don't see someone with you. But at the same time, you know something is interesting around you. I remember I was doing a performance in Nepal, and we were next to one of those very famous temples of Nepal, and my wife and we were thinking, यहाँ पे अजीब सी feeling नहीं होती, जैसे कोई देख रहा है तुमको, पता नहीं कौन देख रहा है. Like not just one person, but many people are watching you. So you just feel this, and we were rehearsing. So we were rehearsing on that space. So it's just a very strange feeling, but you feel the energy with you, but you can't see the energy. But I guess it's interesting because it's nothing to feel scared about. I think dance, like I said, dance जो है हमें जोड़ता है लोगों के साथ में. So बांधता है. It's like a bridge between people. So it can be used in so many different ways. If I can connect with a living person through dancing, why can't I connect with a non-living person through dancing?
Yes, that opens the door towards a spiritual realm, जिसको हम दूसरा heaven भी कह सकते हैं हिंदी में, but it is a different realm where you connect to these forms, these energies, and they help you perform and they help you to connect to the form, dance form. So this is very beautiful feeling and experience that you had. And I would say that you are the blessed one. That's why you felt this.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. I'm the blessed one. And I hope the blessing remains. That's important.
And of course, blessings are always with you because you are doing a lot. Just a minute, I will have one. So you are doing a lot regarding dance form also and for the social cause also. So this social cause is giving you that energy, that beautiful energy to go on and on and on. And जो कहते हैं ना कि दुआएं आपके साथ में है, blessings आपके साथ में है, उस भगवान की, उस divine being की blessings आपके साथ में है, that is all making you so beautiful soul, and you are sharing with so many people your art, your knowledge, your achievements. That is simply great. So this is what I wanted to appreciate you and thank you for being with us on this platform. We are running short of time, so I will just open this floor for audience. If they have any question, they can definitely unmute themselves and ask questions if they have any.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, anyone who has any questions, they can just ask Sandeep.
I don't have any questions, but I just want to appreciate the way you I wasn't aware of such a connection between dance and spirituality. So really an eye-opener for me. Thank you so much. It was an
Thank-
amazing session.
Thank you, Meenu ma'am. Thank you for being here and thank you for hearing us.
My pleasure, totally. Thank you.
And thank you, Meenuji. Anyone else who have any questions? So with this, I would like to thank Sonal also for being the host for this show. And I thank Dr. Shabana, who is the founder of this Maven team. And she is creating magic with this Maven Magic. And we are soon going to have Spiritual Fest, where we would like you to come over and say a few words when we are having the Spiritual Fest.
That will be my honor to be there. Thank you so much, Shabana ma'am. And thank you, Dr. Nupur, for asking me for this. And Sonal, thanks a million. Lovely meeting you today.
Thank you so much. So I